Okay, so welcome to our webinar. This webinar is a webinar from Aimesoft and it's about predictive analytics with multimodal AI. I would like to wait about 1 minute for all participants to join our webinar. So please wait about 1 or 2 minutes before we can start. Yes, so now we have more participants. And I would like to start the webinar now. Once again, welcome to Aimesoft webinar on predictive analytics with multimodal AI. And thank you so much for your time to participate in this webinar. I am Duc, I am the CEO of Aimesoft, and today I would like to talk about predictive analytics. So basically data analytics with multimodal AI. Here we go. First, let me introduce myself. So my name is Duc, and I am the CEO of Aimesoft from 2018. My major is on natural language processing, AI, data mining. I got my PhD from the University of Tokyo in 2012. And I have more than 10 years of experience in AI data science in Japan, US, and EU. So first, what is data analytics? So as you may know, data analytics is a collection, organization, aggregation, and visualization of available data. And from the data, we derive meaningful information and predict the future information. As you can see here, we have lots of data from many devices and many sources, like from the POS system, from marketing data, from AI camera, or from the CRM software. So as in the data collection step, we collect all the data into an infrastructure we call analytic infrastructure. I will introduce this later. And then we do some data aggregation, cleaning the data and aggregate it for pre-processing, and we do some visualization. This step you can do in business intelligence tool or BI tool. And after that, we can, after we collect the data, we visualize it, we aggregate it, we can do predictive analytics. That is analytic methods to predict the future information. For example, you can predict some KPI, predict some outcome of an event from the historical data. So after you do predictive analytics, you have meaningful information, you have future change, and it can be used for support decision making in the organization. So why do you need data analytics? Basically, data analytics converts data into meaningful information to support your business. That's why you need it. So if you only have data, it's very big amount of data, and maybe you cannot read the data, and you cannot understand the insight of the data. So from this data, you need to collect meaningful information. And after that, you forecast the future, you do prediction. And then from this result, from this information and prediction result, you do discussion to make decision or to take actions. And finally, it will become so business improvement. So that's why you need data analytics. You gain information, you can do some prediction, and to make decision or take action, and then finally you get business improvement. So data analytics is very important for any company organization, but we have several challenges in data analytics. Why? Because first, maybe you cannot get the data at all, because for example, other department or other company do not cooperate with you. They don't provide you the data because of the data privacy policy of the organization. So it's not simple to get the data. After you get the data, then you have lots of data, a big amount of data, and then you will be busy or tired of collecting the data. And after that, you have the data. You have normally you only have unstructured data. That means the data, the missing data that is very difficult to understand. So we have several challenges to mine meaningful information from the data that we have. So how can you utilize the data? Here we introduce two approaches. The first one, the top-down approach. So if you have a goal, so if you know that what you want to do from the data, that is you already have a goal, then we can do a top-down approach. If you have a goal, a target, for example, the target is to use the data to predict the change in the future. Then you identify the required data, and you get the data from various sources. And then you input the data into some data mining algorithm, and it will automatically identify the action to achieve the goal. So that's the first approach, the top-down approach. So what happens if you don't know the goal? You have lots of data, but if you don't know what to do with that data. In that case, you need to use bottom-up approach. So that means you have lots of data here. You have numerical data, text data, image data. You input the data into the task. So first you need to ask, can we use this data to optimize this task? So you have a lot of tasks here. And then you use the data mining to optimize the task. And the goal will be discovered by data scientists. So you need some data scientists to do the job for you. We have a lot of data, but we don't know what to do with the data. Then we find the tasks that may be related to the data. And then we use data mining to optimize the task. And then we use data scientists to analyze it and achieve the goal. So here's an example of a top-down data analytics procedure. So I have the goal here to improve the virality of a company on Facebook. So now you need to break it into the data requirement. You need to know what kind of data you want to know to improve the virality of a company on Facebook. For example, keyword statistics, audience statistic about age, gender of the audience, click statistic, set time statistic, or Facebook ad boxes in the past, or coupon history of the if you product or shopping company, EC company, then you need to check coupon history. So this data can be get from the Facebook Ad Manager platform, and this coupon data history you can ask your marketing department maybe, and then you input it into a data analytic platform to predict the click-through rate for each user at a time, and then you identify who and when to display a company ads or automatic ad boxes allocation setting. So here you can get the action to do to improve the virality of a company on Facebook by data analytics. So here's a bottom-up data analytics process. You have keyword statistics, you have audience statistics, age, gender, you have click statistics, set time statistics, Facebook ads boxes in the past, and coupon history. So now you can link this data with these tasks. For example, product design optimization, sales target identification, or customer support team resource allocation. And you use some data mining algorithm to optimize the tasks. For example, product design optimization. Do you have a correct product? Do you have good product? Have you identified correct sales target or not? And then you achieve the goal to create a great product, improve the revenue, and reduce the customer support cost. That's an example of bottom-up data analytic process. So first, in the top-down approach or bottom-up approach, you need to identify the required data and identify the data that you have. So first, you just need to list up all available data that you can obtain from the business process. For example, from the POS system, from marketing data, from customer support data, from AI camera, from CRM or retail store log. And then you need to collect the data and store it in some storage. So collect various data type, text, numerical, images from marketing tool, camera, POS system, and other devices, and store it into an analytics infrastructure like Hadoop, Redis, MongoDB, or MySQL. It depends on the amount, how big is the data. So that's the first step. You need to identify the data and then collect it and store into some analytic infrastructure. So if you have multiple data types, for example, not only keyword, not only numerical data, if you have also photo or video data or speech data from call log, so you need to combine these data together to get a precision, more precise result for prediction. So if you use multiple type of data, then we call that you use multi-modal AI approach. So multi-modal AI is a new AI paradigm that it combines various input sources from visual data, speech data, text, sensor, or numerical data with various intelligent processing algorithms like computer vision, data mining, natural language processing, speech recognition, or sensing. So it combines everything to achieve higher performance than when you use a single data sources. So let me show you an example of what multimodal AI can do.
Aimesoft is one of the first companies in the world to do research and development of multimodal AI software. How multimodal AI is different from existing single-modal AI. Until now, AI, we called single-modal AI, often utilizes only one type of data, such as text or image or speech data. This does not meet our demands. Multimodal AI is different.
Good morning, Trudy.
Good morning.
It's 6:30 a.m. this morning. The sky is clear. It will be a warm day.
Tell me my schedule.
Today at 10:30 a.m., you have an important meeting with the client in room 306.
Could you tell me which shirt I should wear today for that meeting?
I recommend you to wear the cyan one. I think the reed one is not so suitable for the client meeting. With the cyan one, I believe that the client will like you and sign the contract. Good luck.
Multimodal AI combines multiple input data sources. Image, speech, text, numerical data. Just similar to what we humans do inside our brain. These data types are then processed with computer vision, natural language processing, speech processing, data mining, to achieve accuracy on various real-world problems.
Yes, so that's the concept of multimodal AI. And you can see here, the AI need to see and it need to listen from you. It can see what you have on the hand, and it can analyze to recommend what kind of search you should wear for the meeting. So if you use single model AI like a chatbot here, it cannot answer because simply it cannot see what you have. So in multimodal AI, we have lots of components from natural language processing, computer vision, speech processing to data mining. And using these components, natural language processing, computer vision, and speech processing, we use these components for data collection. And then we use data mining, for example, KPI prediction, ad-click prediction, stock price prediction. It's used for predictive analytics to predict the future information. And we have developed a platform for data collection, multimodal AI, multimodal data type collection. We call Aimesoft. It's a smart statistics platform. So Aimesoft, you can count the number of customers in retail store. You can count the number of vehicles. You can count the parking time statistics. You can count the number of keywords or the frequency of the keyword. Like this. So here, if you say something into the system, it will automatically analyze the keyword. And it outputs the keyword here. So maybe my pronunciation is not very good. It outputs the important keyword here. And here it can analyze the sentiment of the talk. For example, if you say this is great, this is great, this is great, and I am like it, then maybe the positive score will be higher. Yes, that's what we are doing. Keyword statistics and counting. And for if you use computer vision, you can count the number of car, or you can count the number of people in a shop like this. Here, the AI camera will count the number of customers in a shop, and it analyzes the age, the gender of the customer. So that's what Aimesoft can do for you for data collection. And so after you can collect the data, you will go to the next step for data aggregation and visualization. So normally you will use BI tool to do this task. For example, you aggregate the data to understand the histogram. You aggregate the data and analyze it to have the dashboard like this. You have lots of visualization techniques like pie chart, line chart, column chart, and cell chart. So as I showed in the demo, we do the data collection and visualization for a retail store. We count the number of customers. We recognize this customer. We analyze the customer attributes. Okay, so after you have the you collected the data and you do visualization. Now we can go to predictive analytics. So what is predictive analytics? It's the action in which you predict the future information from the current data. For example, you can use predictive analytics to predict the price of real estate, predict the stock price, predict electric power usage, or social listening, or Bitcoin price prediction, or credit scoring. You have lots of problems that you can use predictive analytics. So we have created a platform called Aimesoft. That is a predictive analytics platform. It allows you to input a table data, specify the prediction target, and get the result. So let me show you a demo of revenue prediction. Oh. Maybe the server is busy now, but here you can see that we have a data about a shop, a chain shop here. We have the shop ID, we have the location of the shop, we have the year, month, and the area of the shop. And we have lots of other parameters. Maybe it's about environment parameter, the number of customer and the revenue. And then we can forecast the revenue here. So here's the real revenue, and this is the forecast revenue. Aimesoft can do this automatically. You only need, what you need to do is to upload the data like this to the Aimesoft platform. And you can see here, we can extract the importance of the parameter. So which parameter is the most important parameter? So here you can see that maybe average income of the customer is the most important parameter. And here's the error of the forecast. So the error rate. We have various other case studies like forex prediction, electric power usage prediction. And for all of these prediction, we use some analytics algorithm, predictive analytics algorithm, like linear regression, support vector regression, decision tree, random forest, CNN softmax, LSTM softmax is a deep learning approach. So in analytics, we support all of these algorithms. You don't need to write program for it. Just input the data, and the system will automatically do the prediction for you using the most appropriate algorithm. So when you combine, I may start with analytics. We have multi-modal AI-based data analytics process. So here you have lots of data types from numerical data, customer support data, video or photo data. You use I may start to get the statistic. For example, you count the number of customer, you count the number of keywords, and then you store it into an analytic infrastructure, and then you input it into analytics, a predictive analytic platform from us, and it can be combined with the environment information or revenue in history. Then we can do prediction here. So that's a kind of multi-modal AI-based data analytics, predictive analytics actually. So here's an example in Aimesoft. It's a platform for intelligent shop from Aimesoft. We collect lots of data from voice data, action data, languages data, and then we use this data for shop information guide, product information answering, product recommendation, price information answering, or automatic price negotiation. And as you can see in the demo in Aimesoft, if you have the camera and the POS system, we can combine the information to get the data statistics and to do predictive analytics for revenue, for the number of customers in the future. And then we can use it for virtual shop clerks. So this is a virtual character that can serve the customer. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. And I'm waiting for the question. If you have any question, please post it into the chat room, Zoom. Okay, so I have one question here. In regards to data collection, would commercially available social listening tool like Social Baker be the ideal way to collect data? And the next in the question is, do you have any recommendation on what sort of tool or platform would be ideal? Okay, so for social data like social interaction or customer attribute from the social data, maybe it is a good source to get the data from some social listening tool, but for other kind of data, for example, average revenue or the number of students or number of workers in an area, you can get the data from some open data sources. For example, from the government, from the statistical organization of the government, or for other data in the shop, you can get it from the AI camera or the POS system or the CRM software. So not only in social listening tool, but you need to collect from various sources. Because if you use social listening tool, you can only have the published data from the user, not the secret data or the data for some specific shop. Okay, any other question? I'm waiting for the question. Thank you. Yeah, I think we have about 1 more minute or 1 or 2 minutes for question and answering. If you have any question, please write to the QA. So we will upload the slide and maybe the video of this webinar on our Facebook and other social media platform. If you need the slide or the demo video, please check our Facebook or Twitter. We will update it later after this webinar. Any other question? Okay, so if you have any other question, you can contact us via Facebook, Twitter, or write to this address, info@aimesoft.com. Thank you so much for the time today, and see you in the next webinar. Thank you.